friends, welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode, What a Difference. What a difference a day can make. People often use this phrase, and I was thinking this morning about how quickly circumstances can change, especially when we are relying on God. Look at the different circumstances in the Word of God. Jesus had been crucified and was buried. It seemed like things could not get any darker or sadder for his followers. Then Sunday morning came and they found out that he was alive. Things often look the darkest before the miracle. Things looked dark and scary for Jehoshaphat. He had not one army, not two armies, but three armies that wanted him destroyed. The eve of battle looked scary, but God had a plan and told Jehoshaphat to send the worshipers first, because God knew by the time they got to the battlefield that the enemies would have destroyed one another. It looked like there was no hope for Daniel when he was tossed in the middle of a den of lions, but God intervened on his behalf, and the lions did not harm him. But the next day his enemies were tossed into the den, and the lions destroyed them that plotted against Daniel. What the enemy plans to use to destroy us, God will turn around for our good and leave us a blessing. While we are relying on God, the enemy is congratulating himself, thinking that he has won, but he finds out quickly that he is a loser. Look how God turned things around for Esther and her nemesis Haman hung on the gallows that he built for Mordecai. We cannot be discouraged when things look like they are not going our way. When we are at the point we feel like giving up, we feel the enemy is going to win, that is when we need to hold on the tightest, because we are positioned for breakthrough. When things seem the darkest, hold on, daybreak will bring light into the situation, and we will have new hope. All of our hope is in Jesus. He can take our brokenness and make us whole. Many times he is the only one that can turn around our circumstances. When we find ourselves in the middle of a dark storm, we must keep in mind that God can turn around our situation quickly. But sometimes it takes walking through the darkness to find the light. When storm clouds are looming on the horizon, we can look to Jesus and he will roll the storm clouds away in some cases. And other times he will give us strength to get through the storm. Circumstances will look scary at times, and that is when the enemy comes to plant doubt. I'm sure he told the disciples that Jesus would not arise from the dead. He probably told Jehoshaphat that he was riding into the middle of an ambush and that he would not survive. The enemy could have whispered in Esther's ear that no matter what she did, Haman would destroy her people. More than likely, the enemy tried to place fear on Daniel that the lions would rip him to pieces. It is his job to create worst-case scenarios. He wants to destroy our faith in God. Trusting God in the darkest times will propel us to the place that breakthrough happens. We will see the break of dawn if we only put our trust in him. We too can say with conviction, what a difference a day can make when we spent that day believing God. It is in the darkest days we walk through that we find our strength and draw closer to our God. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a wonderful day.